This is Kenyan tea for you, Kericho Gold.
Kenya's President William Ruto found himself under international spotlight last week as he fielded tough questions from CNN's Richard Quest and France 24's tete-a-tete program during the United Nations General Assembly in New York. In a series of high-profile interviews, Ruto defended his government's handling of domestic protests, addressing criticism labeled against him as one of the worst presidents, and outlined Kenya's position on global issues ranging from the UN reforms to climate change and the Haiti mission.
The decision making, the whole architecture about the organization being representative, being democratic, being alive to the challenges that exist today and the realities of the moment. And that is why Africa has pushed for the reform of the United Nations Security Council and the reform of the international financial architecture.
For over 2 years, Kenya has experienced waves of protests driven largely by opposition groups, civil society, and citizens frustrated by the economic hardship, tax hikes, and concerns about governance. Critics have accused Ruto's administration of curtailing freedoms, but the president rejected those claims.
But at the end of the day, the criticisms say that it is authoritarian and that it is anti-investment. That the nature, the effect of all this is, it creates an anti-investment environment.
That cannot be further from the truth. If you look at the numbers, that
so
tells
why are
you
people protesting?
that's the essence of a democracy. Don't you see a demonstration around here? There are demonstrations all over. This is the essence of democracy. Democracy is that some people agree with you, some don't agree with you. Those who don't agree with you demonstrate. Those who don't agree with you, they do whatever it is that. But what leadership must do is to focus, keep the eye on the ball.
I was reading up on you. It must have been quite painful when you're described as the worst president. You saw that.
There is all manner of stories all over as to.
How did you take that?
I also saw one saying that Nairobi is the capital of Africa. So there is all manner of things in the social media. But you see, as a leader, you must keep the focus.
Ruto also pointed to economic gains under his administration, citing falling inflation from 9.6% to 4%, stronger currency performance, and increased foreign reserves. He said the numbers don't lie, noting recent reports from IMF and Standard & Poor's that rank Kenya among Africa's top 80 economies and credit-worthy markets. In another interview with France 24 tete-a-tete, Ruto shifted focus to global governance, issuing a strong warning about the United Nations Security Council. On Sudan's civil war, Ruto denied allegations that Kenya was favoring the Rapid Support Forces, RSF, stressing that the two warring generals are cut from the same cloth and that a military solution is impossible and only dialogue would work.
You've been accused of siding with the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, which is also accused of being funded and armed by the United Arab Emirates. What is your response to those accusations, and how do we end this terrible war?
I have made a very firm statement today at the Assembly. And the position of Kenya is that the two generals are cut from the same cloth. They are a product of an overthrow of a government set up by the people of Sudan through a revolution.
Ruto's appearances on CNN and France 24 reflect his growing global profile as an African voice on international reforms, climate action, and peacekeeping. Yet the interviews also underscored the domestic challenges that are facing his administration, from managing public dissent to navigating accusations of authoritarian tendencies. The contrast between his calls for reform abroad and unrest at home highlights the delicate balance that he must strike as he positions Kenya as both a regional powerhouse and a global reform advocate. BMJ Mridhi reporting.
Will help you not to sleep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.